The Civil War had the most American casualties of any war in American history. An estimated 2/3 of those deaths were not from warfare but were caused by disease. In the first battle of the Civil War at Fort Sumter, the only battle casualty was a Confederate horse. However, a Union soldier was killed during the 100-gun salute as they handed the fort over to the Confederates. Due to cold nights and lack of supplies, many soldiers spooned each other in order to generate warmth. Lincoln originally asked Robert E. Lee to lead the Union Army, but being a Virginian, he declined and became one of the leading generals of the Confederacy. As a punishment, Lee's Arlington estate was confiscated and is now home to the Arlington National Cemetery. Many people in the Union thought the war would last a few months at most. There were even spectators with picnic baskets at the first official battle. Black Union soldiers boycotted their salaries for 18 months because they received less pay than white soldiers and were even charged a monthly fee for clothing. When Congress realized how valuable and effective they were in battle, they retroactively paid them a fair wage. It is estimated that around 400 women dressed up as men actually fought in the Civil War. In August of 1863, in a near assassination attempt, Lincoln's hat was actually shot off his head on his way to his summer residence. After General Stonewall Jackson was shot by one of his own people, he had to have his arm amputated. His arm is buried outside of Chancellorsville, Virginia, with a gravestone that reads, "Arm of Stonewall Jackson, May 3rd, 1863. During the war, the state of West Virginia was created by seceding from the Confederate state of Virginia. Robert Smalls escaped slavery by stealing a Confederate ship and using secret Confederate signals to get out of Charleston Harbor. The Emancipation Proclamation did not actually free all the slaves, only the slaves in the Confederacy. Slavery was allowed to remain in the border states of Missouri, Kentucky, Maryland, and Delaware because they stayed in the Union. There were definitely slaves and free blacks who fought on the Confederate side for a variety of different reasons, but there is zero historical evidence that puts their numbers anywhere close to the 250,000 mark that some people claim today. On April 9th, 1865, Lee surrendered to Grant in Appomattox Courthouse, Virginia, and slavery was supposed to be over in the South. However, word did not spread to Texas until June 19th. This date is now referred to as Juneteenth and has become an annual celebration for many around the United States. The Civil War was the first draft enacted in U.S. history. By law, you could actually pay $300 to skip your name until the next round, or you could pay much more for a substitute to take your place. The youngest soldier in the Civil War was a 9-year-old boy from Mississippi. The oldest was an 80-year-old man from Iowa. The song Dixie, the famous anthem of the South, was probably not even written by a Southerner, but this guy from Ohio. During the war, Lincoln suspended the writ of Habeas Corpus and jailed around 15,000 Confederate sympathizers without a fair and speedy trial. Do you think a president should have the power to do that during wartime?